Hey guys, it's Brian from Pintech. Today we're going to take a look at the DTXpress IV module. This module is very similar in setup to the DTXpress III. Keep in mind when working with the Yamaha modules, the settings are a little bit trickier than they are, say, the Roland modules, because the Yamaha stuff is designed to be used with the rubber pads that Yamaha makes. I will show you another configuration for the snare drum. It's an optional thing. I use it because I like to use the rim knocks, but we'll take a look at that and show you that setting that'll make your head and rim on your snare drum work a little better. Okay, let's take a look at those settings for the DTXpress IV. To get to the module settings, I'm going to hold down the shift and press the drum kit trigger button. I'm going to hit page over. We're going to start off with our snare drum. The type is TP2/snare A. Page over to gain is 90. The velocity is at 1. Velocity curve is hard 2. Should be hard 2 for all of your mesh head drums. The rejection time is 1. Rejection level all is 1. Rejection level I've got set at 0 and the FRM is at 3. Tom 1 is TP2/tom. Gain is 52, velocity 15. It's a hard 2 velocity curve. Rejection time is 1. Rejection level all is 1. Rejection level is set at 4 and FRM is at 2. Our second tom, TP2/tom. Gain is 52, velocity 15. It's a hard 2 velocity curve. Rejection time is 1. Rejection level all is 1. Rejection level 5 and FRM is 2. Tom 3 is set to TP2/tom. The gain is 52, velocity 15. The velocity curve is hard 2. The rejection time is 1. Rejection level all is 1. Rejection level is 5 and the FRM is at 2. Our kick drum trigger type is KP. Gain is at 60, velocity is at 10. It's a hard 2 velocity curve. Rejection time is at 2. Rejection level all is at 1. Rejection level is 0 and FRM is 1. Our hi-hat cymbals set to miscellaneous 5 is trigger type. 53 of the gain. Velocity is 32. Velocity curve is normal. Rejection time is 2. Rejection level all is at 1. Rejection level is 3 and FRM is 3. Our crash cymbal is set to PCY3. Gain is 58. Velocity is 20. Velocity curve is normal. Rejection time is 5. Rejection level all is 1. Rejection level 2 and FRM is 3. And finally our ride cymbal. Notice it's set to DT kick. I went through all of the settings, and this particular setting allowed the ride cymbal to work a little better. What it does on any of the other settings, if you're doing any fast ride patterns, the ride cymbal will choke itself. If you'll switch it to the DT kick, it won't choke itself, but the bell of the cymbal for some reason is programmed as the edge of the ride cymbal with this particular trigger type. So you have to go in under the voice area and change the bell to an actual bell instead of an edge or crash sound, and then save that kit under your user kits. The gain is at 40, velocity is 50, the velocity curve is normal, rejection time is 5, rejection level all is 0, rejection level is at 0, and FRM is at 1. Now let's take a look at the options as far as the snare drum. Right now I've got it plugged into snare port 1, and it triggers really well, but if you're doing rim knocks, it doesn't do the rim knocks as well. It triggers rim shots great, but to get those to trigger, you do have to hit the head and the rim at the same time, just like you would an acoustic snare. But doing the rim knock is a little more difficult. I'm going to show you a change in configuration. We'll move some stuff around and take a look at it to where the head and the rim function independent of each other, so that you can get the rim knocks a little easier. Alright, now we're looking at the back of the module where all of our cables are hooked up. And what I did, I used a HOSA Y adapter. It's a stereo male to 2 mono females, and they're actually separated and marked tip and ring. The tip is going to be your tom 2, and the ring, which is the red one, is going to be where you'll plug your high tom in. And I just moved plugged that adapter into number 3, which is originally tom 2, and then number 11 is the high tom, and you have to change that sound so it is your high pitched tom and save that in your user kit area. And I unplugged the snare drum from the number 1 jack and moved it into the number 2 jack, which is originally tom 1, but it's a dual single zone input. And what it does is, doing that, it actually recognizes the head as one trigger and the rim as another trigger. It's just like having 2 single zone cymbals or 2 single zone drums plugged into that port. So they function independently of each other, and that allows you to be able to do those rim knocks without being dependent upon hitting the head and the rim at the same time. It's just a suggested setting. Always make sure when you do the changing around like that you save your kits in the user kit area, because if you don't, as soon as you turn your module off, when you turn it back on, you're going to lose those changes that you made. Well guys, that pretty much sums it up for the DTXpress IV module. If you have any questions, if there's something I've left out you still need help with, please join us online on the Pintech forum. You can get to it through Pintech's website, pintechworld.com. Be glad to help you out. We're always open for new members. Until next time, take care and keep drumming.